How's everybody doing? My name is Kurt Friedrich, and welcome to episode 15 of TNT Stocks. Today's actual date is June 29th, 2025, and our simulated date is going to be March 2nd of 2026. There's been a lot that's gone on over the past week, so a lot to talk about. So let's go ahead and just jump into the criteria and the disclaimer. So criteria, we do one video per week. We'll simulate 1 month. I will create videos when available at home, not while traveling on Army Reserve duty or vacations. Any week with a missed video will not be considered a simulated month. Each video will simulate loading $100 to the TNT Stocks account. Stocks will be under a live 1 month probation time unless a selling exception is made. All stocks bought or sold in the simulation are actual companies with their actual end-of-week closing stock prices. This month we bought 3 stocks at the price range of $2 to $60. Let us see what $100 per video would look like over time. Disclaimer: these videos are for entertainment purposes only. I am not qualified or certified to give professional investment advice. Day trading has high risks involved. Any gain or loss is at a personal risk. Past performances do not guarantee success in future stock purchases. It is highly recommended that you do your own due diligence when it comes to deciding which stock you will purchase. All right, let's go ahead and start getting into our information here. This is our portfolio. As I've been doing the last few weeks, I've been breaking our portfolio up into 2 different slides because it's been growing and growing and growing even more, which is a good thing. We want it to grow. What we're looking at here is what we've purchased between the actual dates of February 7th to May 30th. I think there's another one that's going to carry over on the next slide of May 30th. But either way, what we're looking at is in red is our highest money loser, and light blue is also the stock that we sold. So our highest money loser is Agilon Health Incorporated. You see it would be, if we sold it today, it would be at a negative $23.59. One thing that I do want to point out on this one that's going to kind of carry over into the next slide is last week, I believe it was Splash Beverage Group Incorporated. It was marked red I think the last 2 videos, and now AGL has retaken that spot. I really thought about AGL was kind of rallying, and maybe it has a little bit, but either way, it hasn't rallied enough. And at one point in time, you see I originally bought this one here at $5.68, and then about a month later, as it dipped down more and more and more, I bought it at $2.89, thinking that it was going to peak at its lowest amount and then start coming back up. And you see it has not, as this one is negative $7.54 or negative 20%. Yeah, so I really hope that it was going to do that, and it has not. And we'll kind of, I'm using this as an example to precede what we're going to talk about on the next slide. So lastly, on this slide, we'll finish up with Hess Midstream LP. We did sell this one at $38.39 and had a gain of $1.39 when we did sell it. And this was the only stock that we did sell since the last video. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the next slide. And what we're looking at here is also, here we have our top money maker, EchoStar Corporation. Right now, if we sold this one, it would have a gain of $45.32. So it's been, I think it's had the top money maker spot over the last few videos and continue to hold strong in this category. Yeah, we did just buy that just earlier this month, so it should end its probation time here soon, and then be poised to sell and make some money when it does sell. There is some criteria I'm thinking about tweaking on our probation period time, where I said in the criteria, unless some selling exceptions are made, I'm thinking about making a selling exception where if anything goes above 50%, then we will, if it drops down to 50%, then we will sell it. But I don't know. I haven't really decided yet. I kind of like a little bit of a buffer where maybe if it goes above 50, and then the next day it may drop to like 49. If I sell it, then the next day after that it goes up to 55. Trust me, I've seen that happen a whole bunch of times. So I may try to incorporate some sort of buffer um, range to where if it drops below a certain threshold, then it still needs to drop below another buffer. I don't know. Something I'm thinking about. Anyhow, rambling on a little bit too long about that. So let's continue on. So what we bought this week, we bought some EuroSeas Limited at 1 share for $45.53. Alliance Resource Partners LP at 2 shares at $25.54. And then here we are with Splash Beverage Group Incorporated NV. Don't ask me what the NV stands for. I'm going to assume Nevada. 16 shares at $3.72. So where I'm picking up on this is like we talked in the last slide with AGL, yes. AGL. So SBEV, it was having a big rally over the past week. So with that big rally, I'm hoping that it's going to continue. It may continue. With AGL, it proved me wrong, but maybe this time it'll prove me right. You really can't tell until you play the game, see what happens next week, see what it does. Maybe it rallies, maybe it doesn't. If it doesn't, then that's unfortunate. If it does, then awesome, it did. So we're going to put it to the test and see how it does. Last key point to make out here before we go into the next slide is if we were to sell everything right now, we would have an overall loss of $2.06. And where that's a key factor here is you see on this graph how much we have risen since November. And November was our lowest peak at $91.43. And since then, we have greatly rallied over the past few months to negative $2.06. So this past week was really kind of a roller coaster. I feel like the overall stock market, or at least my portfolios, did rally pretty well at the beginning of the week, fell kind of off at the middle of the week, then kind of came back a little bit on Friday. So let's hope this trend continues. Let's get this over under in the positive. And then after this also includes the what we had sold over the past week, just because we haven't gotten into the slide where it shows what it would look like if we after we remove the items that we did sell. So I just tried to keep the flow consistent of what we've been showing. So that number will actually go down a little bit. But right now on this slide we're showing negative $2.06, and let's get it above this $0 amount, which would be the first time. So come on, month of March, show us something good. Here we have our income. So by the sound HESM, we did go from 1193 to 1055. So I wouldn't really call that a rally. We had that big drop in December, but let's hope that we have some stocks. I think when I crunch the numbers, there's 7 stocks that we have that if we sell them today or close of business Friday, I think it would produce like $50 of income. But we also have some stocks that we may cut the sling load and cut loose. Maybe that AGL or something, which will be a big hit. So I think we are poised to bring in some more income over the next few videos. But of course, we want our portfolio to keep growing before we end up selling some of the stocks. So we'll just have to see what this slide does in the upcoming videos. Take home did increase a little bit from $20.85 to $21.54. So that was a whole 69 cents. So great. In 1 month, we made a whole 69 cents. All right. Really rocking and rolling with that. Here's what we have invested overall. We have, this is basically what we purchased the stocks at. If we took that number and crunched that number, it would be $1,300 and $1,325. And this one is what we have in our portfolio, or well, not in our portfolio, but in our bucket, in our account as a whole. After we purchase some stocks, of course, there's some change left over, and this is what this slide illustrates, showing $1,467. And then this slide here is just our combined slide showing the over/under, income, and take home, kind of all together, showing how these different categories flow together. You see where the over/under has risen above the income, which is a first. So, but we want both of those to go above the zero. So come on, March, show us something good. And then here is just the combined of both the investment and the total. These two should really stay close, but over a period of time, we'll kind of move away from each other. So that's what we got for our graphs. And then here's the slide that I said we'll talk about, where we remove the HESM and show what the true numbers and what our portfolio truly looks like as of right now. So you see, I'll put all this all on one slide so you get the full picture of it. You see it's really grown, and we do want it to continue growing. Some of these that are in these positive percentages, we want them to keep growing, like go here. Yeah, keep going up. And then some of these that are in the negative, 59%, 18%, negative 20%, 26%. Let's get those to rally. Let's get them to come back. We may sell them while they're still in the negative, but we want them to come back and at least to recoup some of the lost percentages. And that's part of the game. Is sometimes we take a loss on some of the sells, as it's shown in these videos. So anyhow, that's all I got for this video. I hope you all did enjoy watching. I hope you all do get some useful information out of these videos that you can use in your day trading practices. So with that being said, good day trading hunting. Don't forget to comment, rate, share, and subscribe. All of the above. And we look forward to seeing you on the next video. Until then, take it easy.